Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about why gold prices increased today. I'm going to go into some of the reasons why this happened. Of course, on the right hand side, you can see that I've got some images which basically represent all of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. So to begin with, gold prices increased by 0.78% or $15 in the US. Basically, it went from $1,917 roughly to $1,932. So, and in the UK, we see a similar increase. So it increased by £11 or by 0.7%. You can see that around 9 a.m. the price was roughly 1,550 pounds, and then at the end of the day it ended up being 1,561 pounds. So in both cases, the prices of gold basically are at a 10-year high or even above that. But the question is, why is this happening? Well, let's get into it. So first we got ETFs. So SPDR Gold Trust, iShares Gold Trust ETF, Sprott Physical Gold Trust, as well as typical gold futures. They've all been having a very good start into this new year. Why is that the case? The reason for that is because of an extremely tense geopolitical situation going on, which is basically Cold War 2.0 between Russia and the United States. There is basically a proxy war going on between them in Ukraine. So that's one thing. That's one driver of these high gold prices. Another driver is that currently there's a threat to in the US, which is what they're talking about, the debt ceiling. The US government is at risk of insolvency. So because of this news, the price of gold actually increased quite a lot. And additionally, the other driver was CDCs or credit default swaps. So what's going on there is that the price for 1 year credit default swap has now increased to 69 basis points, which indicates a rise in credit risk, and obviously that leads to a downgrade in credit rating of the country. Now, both of these things are factorable in the rise in gold prices. Of course, both of these things are really bad for the US economy. I mean, they have a really serious issue in the United States right now, and probably they're going to decide increasing the debt ceiling. Otherwise, the government will end up being insolvent. there's even more drivers. So there is also the situation with de-dollarization, which is accelerating. China is skillfully pushing the de-dollarization of global trade flows through OPEC Plus, through BRICS, and also by the means of CBDSs. So a default is looming in the US, and as I mentioned before, Democrats and Republicans are currently engaging in a bitter dispute over the debt ceiling, which is currently $31.4 trillion. Of course, this is nothing new, but their decision is going to have massive consequences on the country, on the whole country, on the whole economy. Yeah, definitely the US government could end up being insolvent if they decide not to push up the debt ceiling. Anyways, so currently growth in China is picking up, while it is slowing down in the United States. In particular, there is a growing trend of oil and gas being bought in renminbi, the Chinese currency. So a lot of these suppliers in different countries, they're actually they're fine with selling these commodities for the Chinese currency, and this of course has helped their Chinese currency to increase in strength, but indirectly it has caused the US dollar to lose around 10% of value against the Chinese currency over the past 2 months. And additionally, Saudi Arabia unequivocally demonstrated its new geopolitical partnership with China back in December. And of course, Saudi Arabia has been making moves with Russia too. So there's a geopolitical dimension to this as well, which obviously factors in, which is factorable in gold, with the increase in gold prices right now. So here is the thing. If the US debt ceiling is reached, that will mean that the US government may no longer be able to borrow, and that will mean that they'll probably run out of money at the beginning of June, because they simply don't have enough funds to pay off all of their obligations, all of their promises. So what are they gonna do? Are they going to do some accounting tricks? Are they going to increase the debt ceiling? Who knows? But their decision is going to be critical. And of course, this uncertainty again factors in the increase of gold prices, because uncertainty and geopolitical risk and dollar weakness, all of these combined create a situation whereby the demand for gold increases in markets, and naturally the price of gold increases.